Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. I'm glad you guys are back for another video. Standalone Thursday night game. I believe this is the first Thursday night game of the season, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the standalone Thursday game, we have a 6:05 p.m. Central Time kickoff. Where else but the Indoor Football League Network? And we've got a trilogy ending in this one. The Jacksonville Sharks are up to Massachusetts to take on the Massachusetts Pirates, and I thought the records would be a little bit closer at this point in the season. I'm sure a lot of people did too. 6-2 for the Jacksonville Sharks, 3-1 on the road, so pretty good road record. Meanwhile, on the opposite end for the Pirates, 2-5 and 1-3 at home, so not really getting it done at home, which is weird because Massachusetts has normally been kind of good at home, so it's just a no good, terrible, rotten season for the Pirates so far. Taking a look at our season leaders, Caleb Barker leading in rushing and passing. And we got to figure out the status of him, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But for him, passing-wise, 72 of 129, 890 yards, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Kenji Bahar, 96 of 168, 934 yards, 10 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Like I said, Barker leading in rushing for the Sharks, 59 carries, 246 yards, and 8 touchdowns. For the Pirates, Puka Williams, 75 carries, 300 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Receiving leaders for both teams, Jaden Stoshak, 22 catches, 327 yards, 10 touchdowns. And for the Pirates, Thomas Owens, 21 receptions, 261 yards, 5 touchdowns. Taking a look at the injury report for both sides, R.J. Wilkins has been turned over to season injured reserve instead of short term. That is really the only change. I know we talked last week, Malik Fleming being put on short term injured reserve. Other than that, Tyler King unfortunately has been released. And for the Pirates, they've gotten a couple of guys off of short term injured reserve, but they have added Destin Mack and Dominic Kean as to more of their injured list. So taking a look at the game odds, there aren't any. As of 10 o'clock Central Time, to my knowledge, FanDuel, DraftKings, nothing. And I know half a point plus minus is actually something you can bet, but that's just placeholder text for me. So there are no lines right now. There'll probably be some tomorrow in which you can bet. We'll talk about this in the bet and prediction portion, but until then, we are at the Songus Center in Lowell, Massachusetts, again on the Indoor Football League Network, 6:05 p.m. Central Time kickoff, and our series head-to-head, again, this is just based on the Indoor Football League, no other leagues at all, 3-1 in favor of Massachusetts, with them getting the victory in Week 5, 42-35. So, with that, let's go take a look at our 25-man rosters, our bet and prediction. We'll get on out of here. Alright, so taking a look at the 25-man rosters as they pop up over my face, starting as always with the away side, we have the Jacksonville Sharks. 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Caleb Barker did not play in the last game against Fishers. Tyler Huff, a nice little breath of fresh air, and Blaine Espinoza, he played decently. He's been playing pretty well in some mop-up duty for the Sharks. Tyler Huff, again, welcome to the Indoor Football League with that touchdown run that he had. Running backs, Larry McCammon, Vance Bennett. Wide receivers, Karan Ashley, Jaden Stoshak, Marcus Rogers, and new signee, Khalil McLean. Your offensive line, Eric Harris, Leon Brown, Dominic Jackson, and Kenny Furman. Your defensive line includes Kevon Bennett, Chris Rice, Noah Lyles, Isaiah Reed, and Tyshawn Holmes. Linebacker is Hayden Hatcher. And then your secondary, Jay Davis, Tyrese Ross, John Huggins, Malik Jones, and Jordan Whitley. Your kicker is Dylan Barnes. Moving over to the Massachusetts side of things, Kenji Bahar and Felix Harper are your quarterbacks. Puka Williams and Dominic Roberto are your running backs. And then a plethora of wide receivers all of a sudden for the Pirates. Javon Tucker, I believe, has been taken off of season injured reserve. And with that, that is the only season injured reserve player that Massachusetts can take off. So there you have it. RJ Mobley, Teo Redding, new signee Stephen McBride, Thomas Owens, and Isaac Zico rounded out your offensive line. Jordan McRae, Navon Donaldson, and new signee Dante Lucas. So a couple of players refused to report or released. So a new offensive line anchor, I guess, for the Pirates. On the defensive side of the ball, Jacques Bristol, Guy Thomas, Mike Mason, DJ Dale, and Terry Beckner Jr. So couple new signees, couple new releases, with Bristol and Mason. I mean, that's just kind of where we have it. Your linebacker, Monty Montgomery, and then in the secondary, DJ Daniel, not to be confused with DJ Dale. I will get those confused. Teldrick Ross, Matt Elam, Marquise Waters, Marcus Floyd, and Ty Smith. So the top 2 guys are new signees. The bottom 4, they've been around for a couple of weeks right now for the Pirates. Your kicker is Josh Gable, and that is your 25-man roster for Jacksonville, your 25-man roster for Massachusetts. Let's go take a look at our bet or lack thereof, our prediction. We'll move on. All right, so bet and prediction time. I don't have a bet as of right now, but I do. And the bet that I have whenever the lines do end up dropping will be the Jacksonville spread. I don't know what it's going to be. My thought is going to be maybe minus 8.5, maybe minus 9.5. Give or take maybe a couple of points. Just maybe they add in home field advantage. I do not know. But I know Jacksonville will probably be favored in this, and rightfully so. My prediction for this one, and I'll just get it off right off the bat pretty much, 45-31. I think Jacksonville is clearly the better team in this one. You've seen what they just did to a 2-win team 2 weeks in a row. Now they're playing another 2-win team, and they've beaten Massachusetts before. Now, they've lost to them before, but they've beaten them. So these are 2 completely different teams from week 5. These are 2 completely different teams than when they first met this season. Jacksonville is coming on strong, and the fact that they scratched and clawed their way to a victory, and a pretty good comeback victory against Fishers last week at the hands of their defense, Tyler Huff coming in, playing as well as he did. I mean, what can you say about Jacksonville right now? They are humming on all cylinders. It is the complete opposite for Massachusetts. Their West Coast trip to Northern Arizona and Tucson, both losses. They did not look good against Northern Arizona. They looked all right, but then not all right against Tucson. They just have not looked like the Massachusetts that we know. You know, team winning 8 games, 9 games, whatever, getting into the playoffs. Like, it's going to take a miracle for this team. Like, we pretty much know who the 4 teams in the East are going to be. It just depends on the seeding and stuff at this point, formalities and whatever upsets could happen. But one of those teams will most likely be the Jacksonville Sharks, and I see them winning this one. I do. That's why I'm picking the spread. I'm a little hesitant towards picking the spread because the last 2 times for Jacksonville, I picked against them, and then I picked for them, lost both times. So the hesitancy is a little bit there, but just the new signees that Massachusetts has had. Yes, they've had a bye week to try and incorporate them. I do not know who's going to be the starting quarterback. If they roll Kenji Bahar out there, the Sharks are going to feast. I mean, as simple as that. I don't know Kenji Bahar personally. He seems like a good guy, an all right quarterback to be able to play in the USFL or something like that, but he is not adapting well to the indoor football league. On the flip side, you literally saw Tyler Huff come in as a backup and just play pretty well, all things considered, for the Sharks. So again, they've got some sort of like devil magic or something like that going through that locker room. I think the Sharks will take this one. So, and again, defense for Jacksonville, very, very good. They're the top in the league. Don't ever let anyone tell you different. But with that, the offense, I mean, they've got more firepower with McLean coming in at the wide receiver position. They're getting kind of healthy, all things considered for them. So with that, I do think Jacksonville is a far superior team in this. Short week, I get it, and I get Massachusetts is coming off a bye, so there could be, you know, kind of an any given Sunday kind of thing. But I just do not see it. So much roster turnover, so much coaching turnover. This is a team in turmoil for Massachusetts. Jacksonville takes it. So whatever the Jacksonville spread is for the bet, 45-31, Sharks take it. let's wrap up and get out of here. And that is it for our Week 11. I was about to say Week 10. Our Week 11 Thursday night preview between Jacksonville and Massachusetts. Should be a fun one. Kind of an earlier start if you're in the Central Time Zone, even earlier in the Mountain and Pacific Time. So good luck with that, I guess. But with that, I'm going to sign off here. Still got some recaps to do, so keep on the lookout for that. And we are getting right into the thick of it with Week 11, 1 game on Thursday, 3 on Friday, and just more so after that. So yeah, there we have it. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to take off here, guys. Love and appreciate every single one of you taking the time to watch this. It truly means a lot to me. If you feel so inclined, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. If you don't feel like doing it, okay, cool. But anyway, love and appreciate you guys. I'm going to take off and get out of here. I will see you in the next video. Until then, see ya.